Hey, at Flarespace, we're always talking about how we make more space, and we're super excited to introduce to you the new Mega Flare. This is obviously the passenger side view, and a few things I want to point out. Number one is our prior flares in a 148 or the Sprinter 144 and a 170 give you about 80 inches of bed length. This new flare is designed to be specifically bigger, specifically longer for your bed length. So up to 82 inches across the new Mega Flare. The other thing is we modified this new molding process of our fiberglass parts so that the mounting surface is rolled up underneath this and you no longer have the exposed flange on this side. We thought that was a cool change that we'd make with this flare. You've also may notice that we've integrated lights into the bottom of our flares this time around. So if you're getting your stuff inside the van or out of the van as you're packing up or getting ready to go, or just unloading, you've got access to lights. We'll show you the switches on the inside. The other thing you might notice on this, we did this really cool wood grain. This is not a wood flare. This is just a way that we treated the flare after we got it out of the molds. And if you're interested in this type of process or this type of look, there's all kinds of different looks that you can provide with the treatment that we selected. Just give us a shout and we can hook you up with our outfit that helped us put this particular design together. I really like this dark wood grain. It kind of matches this pearl white wrap that we did this van in, as well as the black trim and our new Transit 148 one-piece wheels. In addition to being a Mega Flare, being wider inside the van, we also made it a full-length body flare, so let's go check it out. While we're walking around, let me just point out our rear window vents. We also did this in the same kind of treatment with that cool dark wood grain that we think just matches the van. These rear door vents also are integrated with Arctic Tern windows, great big giant awnings to help with airflow through your van when you don't want to be running your car or your air conditioner. Really helps a lot. You can see on this side, we've also used the Arctic Tern windows, so it's a full Arctic Tern solution. In this model, we've got different window options that we're also integrating with the Flarespace 1033 slider and awnings. But for starters, we thought we'd launch with the Arctic Tern window, and you can see they fit in here beautifully. This is actually the 300 by 1100 window. And in our prior models, and what you see in a lot of vans, is the 300 by 700 millimeter window. So this is 300 by 1100. You can see on this side that we've also integrated the light, and I have it on even though it's daylight. It's a really bright LED light that's designed to provide a flood of light out this way. I find we always set up on the slider door side, and then when somebody sets bikes or gear or whatever on this side of the van, there's no light and it's dark and it's difficult to access, so we went ahead and integrated lights that we're really stoked about. Now you can also tell from this side that this is the deep side. Now on the other side, we had to be a little bit concerned with the slider door storage, so we maxed it out as far as we could around the slider door. And then we spent a tremendous amount of time on this side trying to figure out the right geometry, because if you make it too big, it just looks like a giant wart on the side of your van. And if you make it too small, it really doesn't provide the functionality that we wanted. So we think we got the balance just right. And you can see we beveled these edges to match this kind of beveled edge that you see around the shape of the Transit. I think they're super appropriately sized, and I think the geometry looks great. We really like the way that we've removed the adhesive flange, the mounting surface down below, and wrapped that up underneath. It's just a cleaner look and a cleaner fit that we like a bunch. Sometimes I get questions like, why in the world would you put a flare here? We usually want a window. In all my vans, I put windows here as well. But what I also find is on the inside of the van, it just feels like it's so narrow, particularly when you get in the longer vans like the 148 EL and the 170, man, it's just a tiny submarine inside. And we'll show you when you get inside the effect of having this bumped out. And remember, we're not only just adding this amount of space to the van, the depth of the flare, we're also adding the amount of space from your interior wall to where the exterior of your van used to be. So anyway, you actually gain a tremendous amount of space, almost 8 inches. We'll show you on the inside. This particular model, we have used the Arctic Tern window in the forward space here, which gives us storage space inside in this compartment as well. So anyway, really excited about the way this turned out. I hope you are too, man. It provides a lot more space in your van. And we all know vans are pretty little, and that's okay. But if you got an opportunity to add a little more space, why not add Flarespace? This might be one of my favorite vans that we've ever put together. And we just use them as shop vans. We test parts all the time. But this is a medium roof transit. The only downside of this thing is it's a little bit shallow on the inside. I'm right at 6 feet. At least I tell my kids that. And it's a little bit tight inside. Anyway, I want to show you the inside of the flare. And now you can get a sense for the additional depth inside the van that we've created, the additional width inside the van. And that's really created by this trim ring. And the trim ring is solving for the space from your interior wall to the inside surface of the flare. And so this is a molded fiberglass part that attaches to your interior wall panel. And then you just attach your interior wall panel. We've got all kinds of videos on how to do that as well, but it's super easy to install and really easy to match the shape of your wall panel so it's nice and flush all the way around. And you can see in this particular example, we upholstered this. Sometimes we've upholstered them in different colors. We've painted them before. We've used them right out of the molds as well in just the gel coat surface. But this is the way we tried to finish, that we did finish this particular surface, and we think it looks absolutely great. This is about 8 inches of additional space, 7.5 inches of space through here. And that's a lot. And when we think about the interior vans and the space that we're dealing with and how to get more space out of them, that's why I'm really, really excited about this flare that's right behind the driver's seat that gives you this additional 7.5 inches of space in your 148 regular length Transit. We're in development on all kinds of new storage systems for this space. My good buddy TJ is a professional skateboarder. He said, you know what, man, we'd mount skateboards in this spot. Maybe they would take the windows out, or maybe they'd mount stuff over the windows. Some other friends of mine that like to cook in their vans a lot. They like to spend their time out in the wilderness, and part of that in cooking. We've got a molly panel that's being set into this, provide all kinds of baggage so you could store spices and all kinds of cooking stuff inside there. The molly panel just flexes up, bends up around the edge here and mounts up on this top and bottom surface. And this is the what we call the midship flare. It gives you 7.5 inches of additional space inside your van in this compartment. And if you're just sitting here in the van, like in these cool Scheelman seats, it just gives you, it just doesn't feel so claustrophobic. And then in the back, I'm going to show you a couple different things. First of all, on my way back here, navigating around my dogs, these are our soft bag solutions. And I'm just really pleased with these. We just took this van down to Mexico, and you know, when you're in Mexico, everything gets dirty fast, and you can just take this bag off of the J channel and stuff your dirty laundry in there, or if you want to use one of these as a receptacle for trash or empty cans or whatever, man, super easy. We've got this in this 12-inch length. We've got an 18-inch length and I think a 24-inch length. Anyway, we mount these up here. They literally just drop onto that J channel. They don't bounce off. They're out of your way. They're easy to take in and out. You can take them, you know, dump out your laundry or your trash or whatever else. But that's on the way back to the trim rings, what I really want to show you. You can see the additional depth, right? This is a lot of incremental space. It's even deeper than the midship flare. The other thing with this Arctic Tern window, we just really like the fact that this 1100 millimeter width window just creates so much airflow in here. It's got the tiniest breeze outside today, and that breeze is coming right through that window. And you know, I can feel it now. In addition to the rear door vents being open, it really creates a lot of airflow inside your van. That's what we're all looking for, because as you know, you spend any time in your van, you get enough condensation to fill a cup at the end of the night. Anyway, we finished this stuff in some Pendleton wool that turned out really great. And this bed length is 82 inches wall to wall. There's no other van anywhere that will give you 82 inches of bed length. And when you use the Mega Flare, now you do. This is also the bedding that's customized to fit our custom mattress that has these little pieces here that we've shown in other videos just at the ends that are French fries that fit right in here. This mattress actually folds over in half, And because of the French fries, it doesn't interfere with the wall at all. And so it just folds over cleanly into the back. And then you have all this additional space back in your van. If you want to take our bed panel, you slide this front panel back over the back panel, fold the mattress over at the hinge, and you have all that space back inside your van as well as you're getting ready in here, or you just need more space throughout the day. Anyway, this is the bedding that fits for our standard flare as well as for the mega flare. Our mattress is designed to fit the contour around the backside of the flare, the back pillar, the curvature of that back door, and the bedding, the sheets, and the fitted sheet and the mattress pad all fit with that mattress as well. The other thing that I wanted to show you inside the van here, when you buy the flares, the mega flare that has the light integrated, you also get this switch and the wiring harness so that you can turn off the lights outside. This switch is actually the light for the interior. But those are the lights for the outside. That's where the switch is. And we put it on this pillar. You can put it anywhere you want. We decided we put it on this pillar just so when you open the door, you can reach around the corner and touch that button. The other thing I want to point out, if you're familiar with our regular flares and our trim rings, we include what we call a high-tech option, and that includes lights above, so integrated into the trim ring itself, as well as USB ports so that you can plug your phone in at night or just while you're hanging out in here anytime you want. You can turn these lights on and off just with the touch of a button, and that happens for both lights. These provide a real nice, easy access to light in the middle of the night if you need to get up and plug something up or run outside. You know, a lot of times we're at shows and we have guys that are really tall, 6'4", 6'5", and they say, man, I don't know if I can fit in there. And they will fit inside our regular flares. But when you have 82 inches, man, everybody fits in here. And so, anyway, we're really excited about it. Adds a lot of space. We think it looks great. It differentiates your van, but it provides a tremendous amount of functionality that we think that is missing today. And that's why we put it together, and we hope you're stoked about it. The last thing I want to point out, and you can see these really, really well from here, is I rolled down the privacy blind in front of that big Arctic Tern window that's in our rear door vents. And you can see how much air, you can see how much wider it is and know how much air is coming through that space. That's a 40-degree awning. And when you have those windows open, plus the Arctic Tern window, man, we're just really, really stoked with the amount of airflow that you get in here. We integrated 2 max air vent fans so that if you put these on exhaust mode and leave those windows open, it'll just pull the air right across you as you're in bed and really help with circulation. There are no operable windows in the back doors of vans today, and so that's something else that we developed to solve for the problem of circulation, ventilation inside the van. So anyway, hope you're enjoying it. We're super stoked with these product developments. Hope you are too.